episode 8. Episode 8. Basically, kind of just immediately carries off from episode 7 without much of a stop sensation. We immediately basically get shown a little bit more about Mel and her life before she came to Piltover. She's from Noxus. She's a Noxian. It's pretty cool. So that basically kind of gives off that some way, somehow, we are going to end up seeing Darius and a lot of those other characters. I believe Graves is, I'm not super duper League of Legends knowledgeable, but I believe that Darius is from Noxus. I think that Graves is, and I believe Katarina is too, and like Samira, my favorite League character that I managed to see. Looking forward to those maybe possibly making their way into Arcane in some shape, form, or fashion, whether it be season 2 or later on. But anyways, we're talking about episode 8. Go ahead and get yourselves strapped in, a little locked in, set the beautiful like button ablaze for me, and subscribe and join the Zebra gang. How and what do you think of Arcane up to episode 8? I know that all of the episodes are already out and I have seen them all already, but what did you think of episode 8 in particular? But we continue off with Jace and Mel and basically all of Piltover in a sense. Dealing with the whole explosion. We see Silco and his goons come take JINX after the attempted suicide of herself. Jeez Louise. We end up seeing that Echo did manage to get away, and so did Caitlyn and Vi. They sneak back into Piltover, sneak into Caitlyn's house and everything. Vi and Caitlyn have yet another very loving moment with each other where they're kind of just going over their little childhood differences and things, and it's cute. Eventually they end up convincing Caitlyn's parents to allow them to approach the council because Caitlyn's mom is a part of the council. We also end up seeing Silco going fucking crazy and taking Jinx's basically dead body to Singed so that he can inject her with Shimmer to resurrect her, because boy oh boy was she on the verge of dying. And remember that group of people that tried to turn on Silco in the previous episode? I believe it was the previous episode, or it was in episode 6. Yeah, they're back at it again, and they're trying to convince Savika, Silco's right-hand man, to turn on him. Very dumb idea, but we shall see. But we end up seeing Mel's mom, and we see that apparently Noxus is like in need of the hex tech weapons and everything, because she's here basically to ask Mel if she can just get some. Obviously Mel doesn't like that, but turns out her brother is missing, and I'm kind of interested to see who her brother happens to be. I don't know a whole lot of the black characters from League, but the main ones that I do and can think of right off dick is like Echo, Lucian, and Senna. So maybe this is going to be another new character. So I guess that'd be pretty cool. But we end up seeing JINX going through the process of being resurrected, and she's still psycho as fuck. She's still losing it, unfortunately. She's seeing very fucked imagery of how Vi sees her, how Caitlyn sees her, how everybody sees her. We also see Heimerdinger kind of exiled himself from the city in a way. Ends up meeting Echo, and Echo takes him to the underground to show him that progress can happen in short amounts of time and have a positive effect, something that he seems to be very scared of attempting. So that was cute. That was very cute to see that that relationship start to form. We also end up seeing the seeds be planted into Jace from Mel's mom, who is literally all about war. wanting to have the Piltover go and attack the Undercity, which of course Vi and Caitlyn really don't want them to do, because they already know who the actual person that they need to go fuck up is, and that's Silco. Victor ends up having big success with his use of the Hex Gem Crystal Cube thing, and ends up creating himself a leg. Using Shimmer, yes, but creating a leg for himself. And it was very cute to see him slowly starting to be able to use his legs properly after him being on a crutch the entire time. It was nice. But we also end up, unfortunately, having him doing it again, and his assistant runs in, and his assistant dies. I believe her name is Sky, and she ends up getting disintegrated, like she gets turned to dust. And Victor is not very happy with that. Eventually we see Vi, basically Vi and Caitlyn's whole idea was kind of thrown out of I feel like it was useless. But Vi goes back over to Jace and is like, let's hit him where it hurts. Let's bring it out that Silco is going to have to work with you. So Vi gives him the idea to go down into the Undercity and fuck with the Shimmer production system. And oh boy, did they fuck with it. Boy, oh boy, did they fuck with it. On top of, had a nice little fight scene. Was sick as fuck. Love the music from this series. And we get to see Jace using his league abilities and everything. And we actually end up seeing Vi finally have the actual Hextech gloves, gauntlets that she has in the game. It's pretty badass. It was pretty badass. But it ends off with Jace accidentally killing a child that was down in the Undercity, and Caitlyn getting kidnapped by a now rebirthed JINX that's juiced up on Shimmer. Sheesh, 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 sheesh. God damn. It was a roller coaster. It's a roller coaster. This series is great. I 100% recommend you guys watching it if you haven't. But anyways, next up, we only have one more episode to take a look at, and that's episode 9. And I gotta say, episode 9 is like an extraordinarily great ending to this series. But anyways, that's all that I got for you. Daddy Zebra the best on YouTube. Signing the fuck off. Have yourselves a nice rest of your day and a nice juicy chickadee goddamn ciao, my friends. As well as check out thezebracorner.com.